Hey guys, Matt here, Rec Brewery. Happy Homebrew Wednesday. This is the pumpkin cream ale that Wally and I brewed back in the fall. Still looks really nice, real nice clear beer. I'm not going to do a review on this because I've already done that. But sporting the BrewTubers online Brewers Club pint glass, which by the way is now an official club as of January. So if you're interested in joining us, check us out, brewtubers.com. And some premium services for paid members. Whether you decide to join us or not monetarily, you can certainly find us out on the various social media boards, Facebook, Twitter, MeWe now even, as well as our Discord. So, but yeah, we'll go ahead and give this a try. My taste is still not fully back, but it's getting there. Cheers. Nice. Still a nice, clean, crisp, refreshing beer. Not getting a lot of the spices from it. They could have very well died off by now. It's been a couple of months, but I need to save some of this in the keg so I can do a formal side by side with the beer that Wally sent me, so I can truly try them side by side and see if there's any differences. We did do a couple of different things. I think we did. I believe we used different hops. I'll have to go back and check my notes, but we'll do that on the formal review video. Today's video I want to talk about is some new toys. So I picked up some new things last week. Some stuff I ordered, and other things are one thing was given to me, and another thing is actually going to be given to me once I can get over to the homebrew store. I actually won a raffle. They did a holiday raffle back in December, and I found out a couple weeks ago that I won the raffle for a tilt. So I'm looking forward to trying that. Neat little toy in my fermenter. So just haven't made it over to the local store yet to get it. I'm still trying to figure out a couple of recipes that are going to be putting together pretty soon. So I want to get that figured out first, so that when I go, I could do it in one trip and pick up what I need. So, but on to the toys that I do have. First, actually, let's talk about this. So this is the SS Brew bucket. This is the Brewmaster's edition. It's actually a little bit dirty, the outside of it. Just been sitting in the garage. But the Brewmaster's edition has the Thermowell on it, and it's got a temperature on there. Batteries on these, I think, actually died, probably from being out in the cold in the garage, I'm guessing. But I've had these for a couple of years now, so not bad. They take like a watch battery, so I'll have to get some replacements for that. But the reason I'm bringing this out, I want to talk about, is actually the lid. So you've probably seen Exit 12, and Josh actually did one recently where they've converted their brew buckets for pressure fermenting. Now, I didn't want it to change my lid. This is the regular lid that it comes with. You can put a airlock there. What I've done, though, to sort of take the easier route without defacing my lid for pressure transfer, is I bought this. You've probably seen in some of my brew day videos. I bought this 90. It's an elbow, stainless steel elbow, with a nut on the end of it. It comes from SS Brew Tech. Comes with a couple of gaskets on there. Or they actually give you like an extra gasket. I just have it sitting here so I don't lose it. But it comes with a gasket here. You put it on the lid. And what I do is I added this silicone tubing onto it. So you just thread that on there. And what I do with this is my blow-off tube. All right. So I secure this on the top there. Got the tubing on there. It comes out of the 90. And then I just put on the other side of this, I just put this into a thing of Star Sand. Now, when it's done fermenting, and I'm getting ready to cold crash, because I didn't want to get any suck back from here, I put together these bibs and bobs. This is all stainless steel. I'm trying to get everything stainless steel. But this is a gas connector here for which you typically put on your kegs. And then I bought this fitting here from Brew Hardware, Bobby in New Jersey. That just screws onto that. It's a barb fitting, and just stick this on here, and then I clamp it down. And so that keeps this to be sealed so that there's no suck back. I'll put a couple pounds of pressure on this inside there, and then this is closed, of course, because it's got the poppet valve there to seal it, and that'll keep this stationary, or sorry, sealed for cold crashing. Now, when I go to pressure transfer, it's already sealed, it's already ready to go. I just pop my CO2 onto that and let it rip. Now I can go ahead and transfer out of the bottom. Now, what I've been wanting to get into is pressure fermenting. Now, these brew buckets don't seem to hold much. I think I've gotten maybe up to 5 psi. I'm hoping I can get more out of that. But when I go to pressure transfer it, I only put a couple pounds in there just to move it, so I don't need it to be under a lot of pressure. But I'm hoping, now I know a lot of guys do the pressure fermenting around like 10 psi. I don't think this will hold that, but I figure I'm going to try to pressure ferment a beer with this first before I consider buying any other fermenters that can handle more pressure, because I already have all the pieces. So I went back to Bobby at Brew Hardware and I put together something for a spunding valve, all stainless steel again. So here's your gas fitting, okay, and it just goes into a T, stainless steel T. Here's the spunding pressure relief valve piece here on the end, and the pressure gauge, of course. And so what I'll do is, once this is all done and getting ready to ferment, I can pop this on here. That's kind of the goal, and just kind of sit it aside. And now I can pressure ferment essentially. I set this to 5 or 10, whatever I can get out of it, and let it go. Now, I was undecided on the gauge. This gauge works fine. I've tried it on my keg. But I also bought a digital one just because, why not? It's cool. It was like, I think, $10. It's got the the foam protector on it, so it won't break. But yeah, I haven't decided whether I'm going to stick that on there or not. But I just thought that was a neat little thing to try out. But yeah, I'm going to try to get into pressure fermenting and see how this works. More to come on that when I brew something that I feel like is worth pressure fermenting. I know typically a lot of people say that that's really good for hoppy beers, a lot of good for lagers. I guess the other benefit is it gives you some carbonation there while it's fermenting, and when it's done, it's now partially carbonated. So there's definitely some perks to it. Keeps the hops that are in there a little bit more fresh and lively. So I'm looking to get into that and test it. And this is my first sort of step into that direction. And then we'll take it from there, wherever it goes. What else did I get? So I actually, while we're talking about electronics, this was given to me. So this is from Inkbird. They have this infrared thermometer, and they sent me one for review. So I'm going to go ahead and review this, probably in a separate video. But another toy, something to mess with. I can shoot the wort as it's cooking in there and mashing, and I can get just another readout. So didn't really need it, but it's a neat toy, and yeah, why not? So also finally got new caps. So these are the caps that I've gotten plenty of times before. They're like a navy blue, and they have my logo on there. So there you go. I know you guys have seen this before, so I apologize to anybody that I've sent a recent beer mail to that just had plain caps on there. I ran out of mine, so now I'm good to go. It just took a while. I guess I noticed it with the mail too. Like any of the mail that I've gotten recently, anything that might have been sent to me anywhere near the holidays, just started now trickling in. So these, I probably ordered those, maybe almost a month ago, and they're finally, a lot of things are finally coming in. Anything that was sent to me through regular mail, if I use UPS or FedEx, I think it was okay. But the regular mail has seemed a bit slower than normal lately. So things are finally starting to trickle in. That's really it. So when I get the tilt, I'll start messing around with that. Got some collaborations that are planned here pretty soon. Trying to get one set up with Gary and Dennis. Also reached out to Exit 12, Nick and Brandon, and looking forward to trying some new things. I like to take advantage of doing a collaboration, not only to brew with my fellow brew tubers, but also to just try new things. Dennis and I were talking. I wouldn't mind doing a sour ale, sour kettling, or kettle souring. I swear this is my first one. So I'm looking into trying that style out, and Dennis has done it before, so we're gonna probably do something like that. That's kind of what we're leaning on right now. You know, guys at Exit 12, we really haven't talked much about it, but I mean, maybe I could do a New England IPA with them. I've never brewed that style before, so that'd be cool to try a new style with them. And Gary actually got his hand on some new hops, so we're gonna brew something with those new hops. We're still figuring that out too. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Not really a whole lot, you know, just some new gadgets, some new things to play with. Just looking around to make sure I didn't forget anything. Yeah, I'm looking forward to trying some of this new stuff out. This actually wasn't too bad. I think I paid about $30 for all the pieces, for the gas piece, and I just wanted to make sure everything was stainless steel in there. I know you can buy these things already fully put together, but I thought this was pretty minimalist and seemed pretty well worth it. As a matter of fact, I guess before we adjourn here, let me just show you quickly, just to show you guys that this is in fact working. So this keg probably has a good 10 pounds of pressure on it. It's about what I usually have the serving at. I'll just pop this on here. Get this closer so you guys can see it. All right, so right now it looks like it's reading 10, but if you just turn this valve here on the end to open it up, I don't know if you can hear that, but it's starting to let out some pressure. And as you can see, it's going down. So you could set this to whatever you want to set it to. Say we wanted it to be 8. There you go, I just closed it. Now it's set to 8. So, pretty neat. So yeah, pretty excited to try out some of these new toys. So I know this works because I've tested it on my keg. I might just leave it instead of using a digital, but figure that out at a later time, or maybe I'll use the digital one on my CO2 tank or what have you. But yeah, so looking forward to getting into that and messing with that. And yeah, that's all I have for you guys this week. So enough rambling. I hope everybody has a happy Homebrew Wednesday. I'll talk to you next week. Cheers. Have a good night.